Yeah, what I say is, if it's not documented, it simply did not happen, especially in the era of social media. I mean, even if this guy falls here right now, there'll be pictures, evidence. Where is the evidence? And I'm loving the new branded MCK because it's putting media houses on its toes. You cannot just run stories. You have to get a quote. Any story you run, there's a ministry involved, there's a government agency involved. Get credible sources. And we also saw the CS, Kedure Kendeke, did a presser. He says, me, I'm dealing with banditry in Turkana and the lakes. There's nobody, no police force who has gone there to harass anybody. So for me, I'm wondering where is this coming from? At first, I was like, maybe. Maybe it could have happened. But then when there was no evidence, even the neighbors, surely even there was no neighbors to come and check on it. So for me, I really found it funny. And I'm really glad MCK came out and said, I mean, this story is hogwash.
Hold on.
Yes.
When you look at how the setup was, Matiang'i is on court saying that I've received intel that they're going to come for me. Raila Amolo Odinga was there in the wee hours of the night. The lawyer was also called to be present. The question that we kept on asking is, do you think that the opposition now has been left to that kind of game? Let's play this game. The other question that was placed on the table is, a man of Raila Amolo Odinga's stature, does he need this kind of gimmicks to prove a point? Because even right now, when he keeps on calling for rallies, it is full to the brim. He doesn't need to do that if he's going to prove a point then.
Yes.
Is that where the story starts to become believable?
For me, I feel like there's something that meets more, there's something more to the story, but they're trying to camouflage or use indirect routes. I don't know what it is, but it will come out. But I don't think anybody is after anybody at this particular point in time.
Would you say that? But would you expect the government to say, well, we are not after them? The government would essentially say, no, we are not after them. The
government is after the economy and taxpayers and, and big fish taxpayers. No, I don't think they're after. I think that's hogwash. It's neither here nor there.
Okoth, I'll be coming back to you shortly on this.
Yes.
Now, another area that we're looking at this particular story is when indeed the lawyer is present, says that we have been advised to run in and introduce anticipatory bail.
Yes.
Matiang'i did speak to the court. He was there, recorded a statement and said that, well, they came over. Who are we to believe? Because then if the Media Council of Kenya starts saying, well, that story that you told, it was not a good story, it was an incomplete story, is the Media Council of Kenya then pitting us against what the government is saying? Because for us, our responsibility, Nkirote, is to say, well, Raila Amolo Odinga has said A, B, C, D. Former CS, Interior, Fred Matiang'i has said A, B, C, D. The lawyer, Danson Omari, has said A, B, C, D. In fact, Matiang'i has gone to court and recorded a statement that says A, B, C, D. In fact, the story was allegedly, because we didn't see them as well.
Yes.
Why do we have to respond to that kind of story?
For me, I'll still blame the media because, if you look at it, you're actually telling, and you mentioned it perfectly clear. It's Matiang'i, his lawyer, and somebody he voted for in the last election defending him. So where is the voice of the PS Interior? Where is the voice of the CS Interior? Where is actually the evidence? Because you cannot just say people were after you, and there's no further to that. Let me even add in the element of the judiciary. When you do the anticipatory bail and you say A, B, C, D, we also should have seen the court. We just saw, I think, the video of him give. If there was a video with him going to claim the anticipatory bail, then I expect the same strength. When the police was there, we should have seen videos. We don't live in a lacuna. It's the 21st century. Even the neighbors would have noticed. Especially, we're talking at a time, you remember, with the Magoa incident, and then the next thing was the Matiang'i incident. People were like, we are seeing cars, blah, 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 blah. Where are the pictures? Where is the evidence? Someone must have seen an iota of it. It can't be that difficult. It totally cannot be that difficult, especially in the 21st century. And for me, I say if it was not documented, it never happened.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Just once we come back, I just want to take a tiny breather and introduce Okoth then to the conversation. So we say, do we have to respond to the story that we did as the media? Because the question is going to be, yes, we've been called. That's how we rely. Who's calling us? The Azimio side is calling us to Dr. Fred Matiang'i's house. What's going on? Allegedly, the guys who are after me. Should we not report that? Because that's exactly what's going on. We spoke to the Azimio leader, Raila Amolo Odinga. We spoke to the lawyer present. We spoke to the alleged victim. Why do we have to defend ourselves yet again to the Media Council of Kenya? Once we come back here, remember the hashtag is the Morning Brit at Lookup TV across all your social media platforms. Who is falling home?